This golf ball claims to have self-correcting technology, which means that you can't hook or slice it, it will only fly straight. Well, obviously the golf ball doesn't claim anything because it's just an inanimate object. It doesn't have the power of speech or thought, but that's what the stuff on the box says. You might have seen that Rick Shiels tested them a few weeks ago, and at one point he tried to hit the biggest slice that he could and it still flew straight. So I saw that and I knew that I had a box of them in my shed, so I thought I might as well bring them out, play 18 holes and see what happens. Obviously I'm hoping to hit 18 fairways and 18 greens if this thing actually works, but we shall see. So you just have to line up the arrow with where you want it to go and hit it, and the idea is that, yeah, it'll only go in that direction. So I'm not going to have any swing thoughts. I'm just going to try and make solid contact, because obviously, like, if you shank it or chunk it, then the ball's not going to be kind of magic enough to compensate for that. But I'm thinking as long as I hit it relatively solid, it should just go where I'm aiming. So let's see what happens. That's gone dead straight, but the flight was horrible. It's just nosedived straight out of the air. I mean, it looked like it only carried about 150. So that has gone pretty much dead straight. I'm in near enough middle of the fairway, but I'm quite a long way back from where I would normally be. So there's a bunker there that I've only just gone past. I normally carry it over that. And when I hit my best drives on this hole, I'll be down there somewhere, and I've had anything between kind of 170 and 190 in, and I've got 246 yards left here. So okay, it is a back pin, so obviously kind of when I've had 170 that was a front pin, but I do feel like that was a lot shorter than my normal drives. Oh, and you have to line it up on every shot, so obviously yeah, even on the fairway I'll be lining it up, because otherwise apparently it just acts like a normal golf ball. So I'm pointing just down the left edge of the green. There's trees down the right, and there's a bit of wind off of there. Right, 3 wood, 246 to the pin. Just try and make solid contact. I feel like I want to hit a fade, but obviously can't. Again, that's gone exactly where I aimed, but it just sort of nosedives out of the air. We're going towards the left edge of the green where I aimed it, and then it kind of fed off the greenside bunker and it's just missed it left. Yeah, so I guess so far it's working, in the sense that I've hit 2 shots that have gone straight. I mean, I perhaps should have aimed that a bit more at the middle of the green, but I just couldn't bring myself to do that when there's like wind off the left, and it just felt like a shot that was always going to have to move a bit left to right. Because like I said, there's sort of trees there that kind of encroach a bit. But yeah, 2 shots have gone straight, but the flight is just disgusting. It just goes up and then drops straight down. Like, the carry distance looks way down on normal. But having said that, you know, par 5 and I'm next to the green in 2. Got a sweet lie. Beautiful. I don't think it's going to make much difference on putts, the ball, but I'll line it up anyway just to be on the safe side. And I've left that bunker shot quite a long way short. Right, let's see what it does with 2 iron. Big dog leg left this, like 90-degree dog leg, so there's no point in hitting driver. Just need to hit this kind of 220, 230 to the corner, and then it should be like a wedge in. Oh my god. It just doesn't fly. It's just, I hit that well and it went straight, but it's just like dropping out of the air. Like, I don't think that's gone far enough, and I hit like that strike, that would have been comfortably enough with a decent ball. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's gone further than I thought this. So it has just about snuck round the corner. It's probably a smidge left of perfect, but I'll show you. So yeah, walking up the fairway, those trees on the left are you know, what kind of block you out if you go too far left or you don't hit it far enough. And the Ultimate Straight Polara is there. So yeah, we're all right actually. Just about. The pin's on the left, so the trees are slightly in the way, but I think we're okay. So from where I am, I could do with drawing this slightly, but obviously that's not going to be an option. So just aimed it kind of not straight at the flag, which is tucked on the left, but kind of middle of the green, and just see what that does. 118, got jack wedge. Hit that really well. Sit down. Sit. Pitched like right next to it and it hasn't stopped. But flew dead straight and it was all over it. So that seemed like it had a much more of a normal flight of what I'd expect. You know, took off nice and high, certainly flew the distance I'd expect, if not a bit further. I mean, it's probably carried, yeah, 120, and then it's just taken one bounce and gone out the back. But I was obviously coming just out of the rough, so it's not going to stop as quick as it would from the fairway. Okay, so the flag's there, obviously. It's actually pitched kind of just behind it, and yeah, it's just gone one bounce. So, I mean, for line, it was bang on. Just see if I can get it up and down. I've taken my jumper off because it's bloody boiling. Always get your pitch marks, kids. Oh. Run on a bit. Now this hole is another bit of a dog leg left, so normally I'll try and hit a draw over that bunker down to the left edge of the fairway, because that tree down there kind of blocks you out even if you're sort of on the middle to the right hand side of the fairway. But it's going to be hard to hit a draw with this golf ball, so I might have to play it a little bit differently. Gone dead straight again. I really felt like I hit that well, but it's so weird seeing the flight because it doesn't look like you've hit it well. It definitely didn't carry as far as normal. So yeah, like I said, normally I'll try and hit a little draw to put me over that side of the fairway, because hitting it dead straight puts you on the right hand side, and then you'll see that I'm basically got hit over a big tree. But I'm only like, I don't know, 120 away from the green, so that shouldn't be too bad. So the pin there is tucked in just behind the front right bunker, so normally I would have kind of gone a little bit left of it just to kind of take the danger out of play, but I figured that my ball's going to go dead straight, I might as well go straight at it, and it did. It was all over it. It might be, yeah, I think it's a smidge long. But yeah, with the wedges, they seem to fly quite nicely. Like I've hit two wedges that have literally been straight over the flag, both just gone slightly further. I mean, so far it's going straight, isn't it? This is what golf's meant to feel like, I think, rather than like being over there and in that. Okay, so let's just see, where has that pitched? Here. Yeah, so like I said, the flag was just tucked in behind the bunker, gone straight over the top of it, but it's just released out. I mean, it was downwind, so can't blame the ball too much. Obviously, yeah, the greens have been treated. You can see these little holes, I think yesterday, but they're still rolling pretty good and they're pretty receptive. Bit aggressive. Three holes down, three relatively easy pars. That was a horrible strike, just in the middle of the fairway. Hit it high out of the face, and I felt like normally that would have been a big sort of slingy hook. Again, it didn't fly very nicely, but it's in the middle of the fairway. I really wasn't expecting these balls to work quite this well. I mean, how does it do it? Let me get one out and have a quick look. I don't know how well it's going to focus, especially while I'm walking along, but it's got a weird dimple pattern. Dimples on the sides are kind of small and close together, and then along the middle, where the line is, they're big and further apart. However it's doing it, it's working. Got 150, I'm going to get an 8-iron. Obviously I don't know with kind of mid-irons whether they're going to fly long or short. Yeah, with my drive this is way back of where it would normally be. Hit that well. Massive. It's weird this, with like driver 3 with 2-iron, it seems to fly a lot shorter than a normal ball, but with the wedges and that 8-iron that I've hit, it seems to have flown a little bit further than normal. Yeah, I mean for line that was bang on, it was like probably a yard right at the pin, but obviously not everything's going to be exactly on the pin because it depends how well you've lined it up, and it's harder than you would think to line it up perfectly. Don't know how well you can see, but where I've gone there's a massive downslope now down to the pin, and I'm off the back, so I'm going to do very well to get this close. Yeah, I'm going to have to back it up a bit because I'm pretty sure this is going to end up a long way past. I'd be surprised if it even stays on the bottom of the screen, this shot. This ball's good for putting. I mean, it feels horrible, but it goes in. Okay, so 4 holes in, 4 pars. I have missed 2 of the greens, but in fairness to the ball, on both of them I was right over the top of the pin and just went a bit long, so perhaps I need to adjust to the fact that with wedges and irons, this ball seems to go a bit further than my Pro V1s. But I've got a par 3 next with water short, so interesting time to test that theory. I love this hole, it just reminds me a bit of Augusta. Not that I've played Augusta or ever been to Augusta, but I've seen it on telly. Right, I need to make sure it's lined up properly. Good chance for a hole in one, I guess. I feel like that's straight down it. If I get a hole in one here, does that count? Probably not. Right, wind's off the right, so we'll see what that does as well. Buttoned it, all over it, don't go in, just drifted left on the wind. That's massive! Jesus! I had to check I hit the right club there. These balls go miles. With irons and wedges, the flight is actually really nice. Just normal. Don't worry, I'll prepare your crater. So I've left myself what looks like quite a horrible up and down, which again feels a bit unfair on the Polara Ultimate Straight because it's just me hitting the wrong club, because I haven't got used to how far these go. But yeah, like the flight with irons and wedges is lovely. It's just with longer stuff, it just seems to like take off and then kind of collapse. Hoping not to need my putter. It's never good when your chip shots keep going off the camera. Alright, come on. Haven't missed one yet, have I? Oh, I've missed that one. God damn it, Rob. First dropped shot. It's just a poor chip really, and like I said, just too much club again. So I'm going to accept that these balls fly further with irons and wedges, start hitting at least 1 club less. Right, it's dogleg left. I'm going to take it on a slightly more aggressive line and just assume that it's not going to draw. Yeah, just dead straight. Starting to see a bit of a pattern here. Right, I've actually missed the fairway, but only because I've hit it kind of straight through the corner of the dog leg. And I mean, it's hardly a big miss, is it? Right, it's 110 into the wind. I would be hitting 50 degree all day, but just said they keep going too far. So I've got my 54 degree, which normally only goes 100 yards with not being into the wind. So let's see if this reaches. Oh, that's so short. Yeah, I think it's a bit heavy. It's about short and it's just kind of snuck up to the front fringe. Yeah, I don't know if that was the fact that I didn't have enough club or it felt a tiny bit heavy, so that might have made it come up short, but again, it's straight. So yeah, there we are. Pins up there. I'll probably putt that. Oh no. That's a shocking putt. There's like a mound on the left. I thought I could kind of stay away from that and it wouldn't break that much, but it did. It caught that mound and it's broken about 12 feet right. So I'm gonna have to hole another good one, or we're gonna be dropping another shot. Another drop shot. Not a great strike. Fine, just down the sort of right edge of the fairway. Where's that gone? That's gone left. Oh. Yeah, so I pulled that. So it flew dead straight. I didn't, you know, didn't draw or anything, but it just started left and went straight left. Which I guess kind of makes sense because, like, if the ball's here and you hit it like that over there, even if the arrow's pointing that way, it's still going to go the direction you've hit it, isn't it? Does that make sense? I thought it was going to make sense when I started talking, and then it didn't. Okay, let's put this ball down. Right, so the ball's there, okay, and it's pointing straight forwards, but if you come in with a massively closed club face and hit it like over there instead of forwards, I don't think the ball's going to be clever enough to overcome that. So yeah, clearly I've got a ball that does only fly straight, but I'm bad enough to overcome that and still hit pulls and miss greens. But yeah, that's the first green that I've missed, kind of left or right. Every other one that I've missed has either been short or long. So that was obviously a big old pull. I mean, I said it was a massive pull. In fairness, it caught the corner of the bunker there, which is only like 30 feet left of the pin. But then yeah, it kicked right round and has wound up over here. Over here. It'll be fun trying to get this up and down. Had a look, but it's gone a bit past. That would have gone in as well if the flag wasn't there. I'd normally take the flag out, but it's just laziness, I left it in. And the flag's leaning this way, would have gone in. But it didn't go in. Right, I said I was going to do 18 holes with this ball to kind of see what I shot in a whole round, but I'm not going to do that. It's kind of not that fun playing with them. Not just because, you know, with driver and longer clubs, like, it doesn't go very far and it just sort of flies a bit horribly, but even with the other ones, like, yeah, I've kind of proved that it does sort of work. I mean, in a minute I'll try and hit like a massive hook or something and see what happens with that, but yeah, I've seen enough to believe that, yeah, the balls do work. They don't hook or slice at all. But as a result of that, there's not really any satisfaction. Like when I watched Rick's video, he said that it's a bit like going bowling with the bumpers on the sides, so you can't bowl it down the gutter, and that is exactly right. But obviously with that, there's nowhere near, it's nowhere near as satisfying like bowling a strike if you've launched it off to the side and it's bounced off the bumpers 5 times on both sides and then just happens to knock down all the pins, as if you've just bowled a proper strike without the bumpers. And it's same with this. Like obviously, yeah, I kind of know if I've hit a good strike or not, but watching the ball fly straight because of the ball is nowhere near as satisfying as actually hitting a good shot. And you know, if you're trying to hit a straight one, hitting it dead straight, or if you're trying to hit a little draw, hitting a little draw or a fade or whatever, it kind of takes away the enjoyment. So I definitely, yeah, these balls do work, but I wouldn't play with them again. And the thing is, like with bumpers in bowling, I should probably get my head on the camera. Oh god, my arm is knackered. Whew. The thing is, with bumpers in bowling, they're generally for kind of beginners, because it's just miserable if you just stood there and every ball that you roll goes straight down the gutter. So you kind of have the bumpers there to help you, and obviously you're trying not to hit them, but they're there. Whereas with this, I don't know how much it even helps beginners, because if you use these balls, you don't know if your ball would be hooking or slicing. So then as soon as you go to a normal ball, you're going to be hitting it potentially everywhere, because you've never had the feedback using these ones. I guess you could argue that like when you first start and you are just focusing on kind of making contact and getting the ball in the air, these help, because like, yeah, you're not going to be hitting massive hooks or slices. But I don't know, I wouldn't say to anybody like use these balls while you're learning golf or for any reason. So yeah, I've got a par 3 next, just trying to hit one straight in here, and then long par 4 on the last hole, well, the last hole that I'm going to play. So yeah, I'll try and hit a straight one, and I'll perhaps try and hit like a massive hook or a massive slice, see what happens with that. Oh, I'm also knackered. Where's the pin, yo? Jalapeno. Pin is tucked in behind that tree. Hope you can see a bit of this. That is aiming straight at the pin. This is going in. I've got 5 iron, about 185. Not sure, might be a smidge long. Yeah, I never thought I'd be longing for a ball that snap hooks, but I miss it. Yes, I've hit it miles too far. Green's there, I'm back here. That's one piece of advice. I think it's surprising how many people don't play with the same ball all the time. I mean, whether it's like a premium ball that costs 45 quid a box or a cheaper ball, that's obviously completely up to you and what you want from a ball and price point and stuff. But I would always say use the same golf ball all the time, because then you just get used to how far it goes, what it feels like when you're chipping and putting, kind of how much it spins, how much it runs out, all that kind of stuff. Whereas if you're changing it every time, you know, it's much harder. Like, you wouldn't change your clubs every couple of holes, but I see people like lose a ball and they just grab a different one, completely different manufacturer, and then wonder why they're not that consistent. So yeah, always use the same ball. What ball do you use? Let me know down below. On for our 4th straight bogey here, unless we get this up and down. Might do. Sitting down a bit. Yeah, I've got to hit a bit of a floppopotamus. Just didn't stop. Yeah, I mean, I know I'm coming out of the rough, but that's a couple of shots that I feel with Pro V or any sort of like normal ball that I would use, they would stop a little bit quicker. They're just kind of running out and it's making it hard. I just feel like when you play golf, even if you don't play great, there's normally like one shot that you really enjoy. Well, I can't think of any shot for these balls that I've actually particularly enjoyed, because even the irons and sort of wedges that have gone like exactly straight and straight at the pin, I'm like, well, yeah, that's just the ball doing that, isn't it? So it's a thumbs up in terms of working for me, thumbs down in terms of enjoyment, and would I ever use them again. But yeah, long par 4, so straight into the sun, so I'm probably not going to see where they go. So having a ball that flies straight will probably be quite handy. I'll hit a normal one, trying to hit it up the middle of the fairway, and then I'm going to try and hit, should we go for, probably a big hook will be easier for me. Yeah, pretty straight. Right, so I'm going to line this one up straight. Nearly swallowed it. I'm going to line this one up straight, and I'm going to try and hit a big hook. I'm going to imagine that I'm trying to start it straight, but then turn it over massively. Because obviously, if I just hit a pull draw, I could probably do that. So yeah, big hook. Didn't see it. Right. Last thing we're going to do is point one at a funny angle and then try and hit it straight. It says in the box it will behave like a normal golf ball, but I don't know. Right, I've got the arrows pointing like over there. Just going to try and hit it straight. Oh dear. Pretty straight, but again it's just bombed out the air from nowhere. So I'm hoping that I can find the one that I tried to hit the big hook with, but it was straight into the sun, so I just couldn't see the flight of it at all. But I'm hoping to find it, because obviously it's a little experiment, and if I can't find it then I can't say whether it hooked or flew straight. But also it'd be a bit embarrassing to lose a ball that says you can only hit it straight. So I'm pretty sure the one that I tried to hit the big hook with, I will check, but I think it's in the middle of the fairway, because actually the first one that hit, yeah, was just off the right. So that is quite impressive. Wow, yeah, that is weird. So there's 3 in a line. That one over there, that's the one where I pointed it off to the right, and it just kind of went on a really weird, horrible nosedivey flight to the left. This one in the middle is the one where I tried to hit a super snap hook. It is literally in the middle of the fairway, and then the actual first one that I hit, where I was trying to hit it straight, just ended up off the right edge again. But yeah, that is interesting. I mean, I tried to hit the biggest hook in the world there, and trust me, I can hook a ball. Yeah, number 4, that was the one that I used for the hook, and it's absolutely plumb bob. Plumb bob? I've never said plumb bob before in my life. Who the hell is plumb bob? Yeah, it's absolutely bang in the middle of the fairway. 190 left, into wind. Let's hit 4 iron. It's either on the green or over the back, but the flight on that again is horrible. It just takes off and then drops out the air, and it just bounces and rolls most of the distance. It's weird, isn't it? I wonder why it flies like normally or quite nicely with short clubs, and then horribly with the longer clubs. I don't know, something to do with like compression or spin rate. I'm not sure. Maybe it's lower spinning than a normal ball, and therefore with the short clubs, because they spin more anyway, you've got enough spin to kind of keep it in the air. Whereas with the longer clubs, because they're lower spinning, the spin then is so low that it just falls out of the sky. That seems like quite a plausible explanation, doesn't it? God, maybe I'm Bryson DeChambeau, the new golf scientist. But no, I don't take 3 minutes to hit an 8-foot putt. I can hit 3 putts in about 20 seconds. Bit of wildlife watch for Alex Evans. I know he likes a duck and an animal. There's about 25 deer over there. Right, we're in the car because there were loads of good players hanging around the practice green when I came off, and I was too embarrassed to be vlogging in front of the bigger boys. I'm also eating a banana because I'm bloody starving. Problem with this is, what do you do with a banana skin when you've eaten a banana in the car? Anyway, I'll put this down. So yeah, I feel like I've kind of wrapped it up anyway, but yeah, the balls, let's say they do work, because even when I tried to hit a massive hook, I didn't, and you know, out on the course, every one of them flew pretty much straight. Obviously I hit one that was a pull, but yeah, it still went straight there. But I would never use them again. I would never say to anybody else to use them, because they fly horribly with longer clubs. And what is the point, even on the like shorter clubs where they fly quite nicely, what is the point in hitting a golf ball that only flies straight? If you can think of any reason that you might want to use them, then let me know down below. But yeah, apart from that, while we're talking golf balls, what golf ball do you use and why? I'm asking that because I'm losing a lot of golf balls at the moment, because I'm not playing that great, and because the rough is absolutely savage. Like if you go in the rough, you're pretty much going to lose your ball. Yeah, so I'm losing quite a few balls. I've got a dozen Pro Vs left, but you know, they're bloody expensive, aren't they? So I have to think after that what I'm going to do, what ball I might use. So yeah, if you've got any suggestions, let me know down below. But yeah, thanks as ever for watching. Obviously any likes, subscribes, comments and all that kind of stuff is appreciated, and I'll see you in the future.